Yeah, yeah, yeah. What up, what up? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Y'all watching the Grind Ethiks mixtape show, and I'm your host, Victory, BX Supreme Promoter, basically. Nah, I mean, nah, I'm saying, basically. Yo, what up, y'all? What's going on? Thank y'all for watching a new episode of the Grind Ethics mixtape show. Yo, follow me on Instagram. I got two Instagram accounts, Grind Ethics Mixtape Show and also Grind Ethics Media. I got a whole bunch of stuff where I write. Well, I got a whole bunch of reviews. I write music and fashion reviews as well. So if you're a fashion company or you're an artist, whatever, especially if you're a beat maker, holla at me, man. Holla at me on Instagram. All right. And anyone that liked this episode of the Grind Ethics Mixtape Show, I'll be very grateful if anyone could make a friendly donation. Nothing crazy. The link is, oh yeah, no wonder. The link is Grind Ethics Cash App. Okay, Grind Ethics Cash App and Grind Ethics Venmo for all your Venmo heads. Grind Ethics Venmo. And also, I'm on Grind Ethics Media. Remember, Grind Ethics Media at PayPal, basically. And yo, I got something for your clothing for your clothing line heads, or for anybody that want to start a clothing line. I got these plain hats, wholesale price. I got different colors, wholesale price. You know what I'm saying? Straight plain hats. You can't probably, I doubt it if you could get this in your city or your state if you live in, let's say, Alaska, or if you live in some place where, or you live somewhere like, I don't know, Bubblefuck, Texas. You know what I'm saying? I doubt it if you could get this at Bubblefuck, Texas. No disrespect to my Texas niggas. I got family in Texas. Peace to the gods. Peace to the nation, gods on earth, actually, in Texas. Anyway, yeah. And if you just want some, oh yeah, I forgot a bug. I didn't even say the price. It's $5, people. It's $5 wholesale price. Because if you have your clothing line or about to start a clothing brand, you're gonna sell this for probably 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, $40. Yo, you making a good profit. If you buy this for $5, it's less than a dime piece. It's less than $10. Okay? It's cinco peso, no, not 10 peso. Okay? No, I'm not Latino. I'm from the Bronx. Okay, almost almost everybody's Hispanic in the Bronx. Okay, you know, you don't have to go to Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. Just come to the Bronx. Anyway, yo, big shout out to my Dominicans and Puerto Ricans. You know I ain't disrespecting you. Anyway, yo, yeah, $5. Like I said, $5, $5, $5 each. Okay. Or even if you just want to wear these plain hats, you like wearing plain hats, and wherever you at don't have too much a variety of color, different color plain hats. Yo, whatever colors you don't see in this bunch, I could get it for you, no problem. Just hit me up, DM me, hit me up with your address. Tell me if you're a Venmo head or PayPal head or Cash App head, whatever. I'll hit you over my payment link. And like I said, and once again, hit me with your address and I'll mail it to you. I'll mail it to you. Also, I'll give you my number. I'll give you my personal number just in case it takes too long. Just in case, let's say, your package is taking too long to come to your house or whatever. Hey, hit me up. Be like, yo, Victor, what's going on? What happened? I hope you track down the package if I can. But most importantly, I'll actually videotape myself or have somebody videotape me actually putting your item, your item inside a package or whatever or envelope, and I'll actually videotape myself writing your address on the envelope and videotape myself actually mailing it to you. So you know that I actually did it. So you know I actually mailed it to you. You don't have to worry about whether I mailed it or not, or whether whatever, or you don't have to worry about me stealing money or whatever. So yeah, man, because I care more about the customers than I care about money. You know, I don't care too much about money. I care more about good customer service or providing good customer service. I know I'm a little ghetto, but you know, I try. But I'm big. I'm real big when it comes to customer service. You know, I'm real big when it comes to a lot of street vendors in New York just want money. They won't even give you a fucking shopping bag or a plastic bag for your item. They'll let you carry this many motherfucking hats. Me, I'll be like, yo, you want a bag? I got a bag for you. Or you look like you might want it. You look like you might want 2 bags. For real. Anyway, this episode I'm gonna talk about myself. I know I don't talk about too much myself. Well, half the time I do talk about myself, but in this episode, I'm talking about how much I hate living in New York. I hate it. I hate it here half the time. No, I'm not from nowhere else. I was born and raised in New York. I'm from the Bronx, New York, specifically. Not too far, not far from Harlem. I could just walk from the Bronx to Harlem from where I'm at. And I don't like it here. I don't like it here. Taxes is high. Almost everything is high. And I'm not talking about the marijuana. I'm not talking about people that smoke weed. I'm talking about the prices of goods and services. Almost everything is high here, especially rent. The cost of living is crazy. The people are still assholes. That's one thing that's one thing I'm real big on when it comes to New York. There's too many assholes in New York. Too many assholes. And what else? Too many rats. It's messy. Like now, the more older I'm getting, the more I'm like, yo, this shit's a fucking mess. New York is about to make me a motherfucking neat freak. Cause now I can't tolerate messy shit. Especially when I'm in the parks. And you go to the parks in the Bronx, especially where I live at, yo, I have a thing about being around nature and garbage. Because you got to understand the leaves, right? The trees, the leaves, the agriculture has a particular type of smell, a stench type of potent smell. And then you mix that with a bunch of garbage and food all over the floors and shit like that, it produces a real bad smell that I can't stand. And I can't even sit on the motherfucking grass or meditate on the motherfucking grass in certain Bronx parks. In a lot of Bronx parks, I can't do that. You know? But I'm done. I done outgrown this place, man. I outgrown New York. New York is the biggest city in in America, in North America, but I outgrown this place. I wouldn't mind living in a place in Rhode Island. You know, a small place like Rhode Island. But then there's Rhode Island, you know, it's more colder than New York and Rhode Island. I'm more of a tropical nigga, you know. What do y'all suggest? Because I'm about to leave. Where should I move to? And this should let you know I'm a tropical person. I like places where it's warm all year round. Or it could be 50-something degrees, 60-something degrees, 40-something degrees sometimes. But I like places where the cities or state is mostly warm. You know? I was thinking about moving to Florida, but Florida, I don't know about Florida. What do you think, man? You know, because I know that Florida has different cultures. Not all of Florida is not the same. Miami is kind of different than Tampa. Tampa is different than Orlando. Orlando is different than Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know about Florida. And then you got snakes. You know, you got snakes motherfucking swimming through toilet bowls. I don't know about all that. You know, I ain't fucking with snakes. Yo, me being in a city or a state that's surrounded by snakes, that got snakes all over the place. That's like me. That's like living in New York with a bunch of rats. I don't know what's worse, living with rats or living with snakes. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, I gotta leave New York, man. I gotta leave. And no, I'm not moving to New Jersey. I lived in New Jersey 1 month. I'm not living in New Jersey. New Jersey to me is like New York. I'm keeping it real. I've been to Jersey over 100 times. To me, Jersey is like New York. You know, it's like, and I know some of y'all are like, what about upstate New York? If you want to move out the city, I'm like, no, I don't want to move up. I don't even want to live in upstate New York. I know upstate New York is a different vibe, or the outskirts of New York, like Long Island, Westchester, is a different vibe than the five boroughs. But I don't want to live in upstate. Upstate New York is like living in the outskirts of New York, and living in upstate is like it's like you have a house, and then you got a backyard attached to your house, and in your backyard, but you're still next to your house. To me, that's how upstate New York is. I'm in a different vibe, different place, but New York, I mean, the five boroughs is still near. So me being in upstate New York is like being in the backyard somewhere, attached to somebody's house. It's not this. It's the same thing to me almost. So like I gotta leave. I don't even want to live in upstate New York City. I mean, I don't even want to live in upstate. You know, no disrespect to my upstate niggas, but I don't want to live in upstate either. You know. And by the way, I heard Buffalo, New York is really thriving. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I gotta move in out. I gotta move out of state in general, and NY State and NY State in general. I can't stand it here. You know, and I gotta leave for my mental health. A lot of people in New York, for those who don't live in New York, and for those who do live in New York, a lot of people in New York are going crazy. I'm talking about going crazy, like yelling to themselves, screaming, pushing people out of train tracks. It's crazy. I mean, pushing people in train tracks. It's crazy. I'm talking about when I was a kid, when I was growing up in New York City as a kid, the only people that you saw with mental illnesses like schizophrenia or whatever were homeless people. But now it's working regular class people that's going crazy. Because I guess one of the reasons why people in New York is going crazy or losing their mind is because living in the day-to-day, living day-to-day life in New York City. The pressures of living in New York City, the pressures of paying your bills. Oh, should I pay for? Should I buy should I buy diapers for my kids, or should I use this money to pay the light bill? Diapers, light bill, diapers, light bill, diapers, like niggas go crazy and be like, fuck it. That's how New York is now, and mental illness is running rapid in New York City. You know. And then another thing in New York, one of the reasons why I want to leave New York, because it's a lot of mentally ill people that's being released from the mental institution, right? And New York State is protecting these motherfuckers, even the violent motherfuckers. No, okay, I feel sorry for the ones who are not violent, but the people who are mentally ill and violent, they're beating people up and they damn near killing people. Like the dude, some of y'all from other states and cities, y'all heard about the dude in Brooklyn that just randomly killed people in a Brooklyn subway. He was mentally ill. He was mentally sick. And this dude he seemed like he was a regular working class person. I mean, he had a car. I don't know if it was his actual car or not, but he had a car. Actually, it was his car because the police traced his name back to his car. Anyway, whatever. But even regular working class people are killing people. You know what I'm saying? Because motherfuckers is losing their mind here. You know, and going back to the violent people who are mentally ill that's very violent, the city protects them. If you get assaulted or beat up or hurt by a mentally ill person in New York State, the dude might get arrested. Because in New York State, assault and battery is like maybe 3, 4, 5, 6 months, something like that. It's less than a year, assault and battery. Well, last time I checked, it probably changed. I'm not sure. But as far as mentally ill people, if you get assaulted in New York State by a mentally ill person, that even though that's a assault and battery charge, that person is going to be released the next day. Or if he gets locked up on Friday, he's going to get released either on Sunday or Monday. It's crazy, you know, because I heard that New York State is babysitting mentally ill people who are violent, and they're getting paid of these mentally ill people that's violent. It's crazy, yo. It's almost it's really criminal the way the New York government is doing shit. But fuck that. I'm leaving. I don't have to tolerate that bullshit. You know why? Because I'm taking my motherfucking indigenous ass out of this motherfucking city, out of this whole motherfucking state in due time. And it's not gonna be no fucking 2 years, nigga. It's not gonna be no 5 years. It's not gonna be like on. I'm not like AZ from Paid in Full when a nigga be like, oh, are we gonna have mansion Benzes in 10 years? No, more like 10 months, nigga. More like 10 months. Okay. Are you gonna leave New York? Oh, is me and you gonna leave New York in 10 years? No, more like 10 months, nigga. More like 10 months. No, I'm not waiting 10 years to leave fucking New York. You crazy. You know, and some of y'all be like, oh, maybe I'm gonna leave New York in 5 years. Motherfucker, if you ain't got no kids, no wife, or you ain't got no spouse or nothing really nailing you down here in New York, nigga, move. If you want to move, fucking move. Especially if you're financially ready, fucking move. Okay? Save yourself. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Now, where should I move at? Now, I'm thinking South Carolina. I'm going to South Carolina later on this summer, and I'm going to check it out. I'm thinking North Carolina. I was thinking kind of Houston and Dallas, but the traffic jams, I don't know. Do I want to wrestle with people every day driving? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. What y'all think? I don't know. But I'm thinking North Carolina. I'm thinking North Carolina and South Carolina. Those are the places I'm thinking about, you know? You see, one thing I'm gonna miss when I leave New York City is drinking Malta. New York City finest Malta. We gotta know about this. We gotta know about the Malta. I grew up on this shit, man. But yeah, man. Yo, that's one thing I'm gonna miss. I think that's practically the only thing I'm gonna miss is the Malta. But yeah, man, I gotta leave New York for my own mental health, man. It's I gotta leave. I just have to leave. And I know some of y'all be like, yo, New York is the shit. Why you want to leave? It says turn it up, turn it up. Nah, fuck all that. It's not the same. Like a brother said before, it's not the same. New York is not the same as the 90s or the early 2000s or even the 80s. It's not, it lost its luster. New York don't lose its luster, you know? And I remember, and I still kick myself in the ass because when I was in my 20s, I had a situation where I could have lived in the West Coast, in Seattle, for like 3, 4, 5 months. My brother from Seattle was like, yo, I got if you want, yo, fam, I got a job for you working at the Beacon Center. And you don't have to worry about having a place to live or pay rent. I got you. I got a place for you too. You know, and you just come here, work for a few months, and you go back home to New York. But no, I want to be the king of New York. Before Kendrick Lamar claimed himself to be the king of New York, I want to be the king of New York. Nah. Nah. Oh yeah, by the way, today's episode of Grind Ethics is is sponsored by Ayama Naturals. Take a picture. They sell natural herbs, medicine like sea moss, herbal tea, and also berry juice. But yeah, but no, I want to be the king of New York. Fuck being the king of New York. What the fuck? What the fuck I'm gonna be the king of New What the fuck? Be the king of rats, nigga? What the fuck? Be the king of pollution? What the fuck? What the fuck was I thinking? I was a real dumb motherfucker when I was in my 20s. With the knowledge of self. Okay? I wasn't really thinking right, man. I should have just left. I should have just went to Seattle and came back home fresh. Because I should have just had that experience of living in the West Coast. Because even when I was a kid, I always wanted to live in the West Coast. And here was my chance, and I just didn't take it. And I should have just took it. I don't understand. I mean, maybe I felt that the world was about to end, or I felt that because when I was in my 20s, for some reason, I don't know. When I was in my 20s, I felt like I had like a midlife crisis or some shit. I felt like, because you know how niggas in their 40s been having like midlife crisis? They feel like they're too old, or they feel like they're about to die soon. I felt like that when I was in my 20s. It's funny. But now that I'm in my 40s, I'm 43, I don't feel like that. I don't have a midlife crisis. I don't feel like I'm about to die tomorrow. I don't feel old. But back when I was in my 20s, I was like, nah, I can't leave New York. It's not ready. I'm not ready to leave New York. No, I got to accomplish my goals here in New York before I leave. It was only 3 months, nigga. 3 or 4 months to live in Seattle and come back home. And I should have just fucking did it. Listen, if I could turn back time, if I could go back in time on some Back to the Future, on some Michael J. Fox shit, or Back in the Future, I would have smacked myself up. I would smack my 20-something-year-old. I would smack my 22-year-old self or 23-year-old self. Like, nigga, you better go, nigga. The fuck out of here. You fucking stupid. Go to the West Coast, nigga. Go out west, nigga. Fuck out of here. What the fuck you want to stay in this motherfucking messy ass city for? Dumb nigga. That's what I would do if I could turn back time. You know? Yeah, goddamn, I love this multi. But anyway, yeah, man, I should have done that, man. But where y'all think I should live at? You know, remember, I like to live in places where it's mostly warm. It doesn't mad hot, but a place where it's mostly warm. I was thinking Phoenix, Arizona for 1 minute, but Arizona is a real desert state. Do I really want to live in a desert state? Nevada too, desert state. Nah. And those places are cheaper to live, you know? The West Coast right now is kind of funny to me. But I wouldn't mind living in the West Coast for like maybe a month. You know, big shout outs to all my peoples from New York that's living in the West Coast now. And big shout outs to my native Californians. Yo, peace to my man, peace to my brother Sacrifice, repping South Central LA. Anyway, but yeah, I should have just went. But anyway, I'm still alive. I could go to Seattle. Matter of fact, I might go to Seattle. I might go to this African summer festival they have every August. I might go this August, man. But I'm definitely going to South Carolina, North Carolina. I'm checking it out because I'm a Southern boy at heart, man. I'm a Northern Yankee boy, but it's something about the South, man. It's something about the South. Man. It's quiet. I know the South got a lot of cities. It could get noisy in the South. I know this. But it's something about the South. Like Charlotte, I've never been to Charlotte, North Carolina, but Charlotte looked like a city that's not too cityfied and it's not too countryfied. It's like in the middle. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but I'm gonna go visit these places and see what's up. You know, one thing for sure, I'm leaving this goddamn city. I'm leaving this shit. And please do not convince me to stay here. Please do not convince me to stay here. Please. For what? For what? Yeah, I know there's opportunity in New York, but almost everything is higher business, motherfucker. I can still come back to New York on and off and do events, throw events, special get-togethers and things of that nature, which I'm going to do. But I don't have to stay here to do business here. I could do business here and go back home wherever in peace. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. Anyway, I'm out. Oh yeah, big shout out to my sponsor, I'm on y'all Naturals. Check it out. They got their own website.com, and also uh, um check out Instagram where you could learn about CMOS. Also, you can learn about CMOS on in their website too. I'm on our Naturals. All right, I'm out, y'all. And remember, peoples, tell a friend to tell a friend. That's all about the motherfucking grind. Basically.